Shalom. Brother Matthias with another breakdown today from the scriptures brought to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All praises due. Peace and salutations to the elect of Israel, the 1/3 out there listening and learning. To your ox and akwaf out there, peace and blessings to you. Just want to let y'all know that I read as many of your comments as I can. And you know, I try to let you know that I appreciate you know, your comments, whatever your thoughts are, as long as they're respectful, even if we don't agree. I still respect your position, you know. If you don't mind, I would like to read a couple today. I won't put anybody, you know, on blast or anything because it's just your view about it, but it's about our so-called Latino brothers and sisters, because there's a discrepancy about them being part of the 12 tribes. All right. I want to read one post. It says, Mexicans and Puerto Ricans are not Hebrew Israelites. You can't get a Mexican from Jacob and Leah. They are black. Ephraim is black. All the 12 tribes are black. Okay. Then the next one says, they got these light-skinned, straight-haired Hispanic people we see today thinking they are of us, when not one of them or their ancestors go through any of these curses or gone through oppression and slavery. And see, this is where this is just not true. If you read the Apocrypha and you read a book about the Maccabees, that's the northern kingdom going through horrific things, man. All right? Under the Assyrians and the Greeks, man. They tortured the hell out of them, man. And they left there, and if you read this 13th chapter of 2nd Esdras, around the 40th verse, it says that they actually came over here on ships the same way we did. And then when they got here, they went off, man. Okay? And when they went off, the Most High punished them, man, by sending, you know, the Spaniards, which is the European white man with the Latin accent. And they broke them because this place wasn't called America at the time. It was called Arsareth. It's in the Apocrypha. They came over here to get away from over there, man. And then when the Spaniards came, they started raping them and doing the same thing they did to us, man. So that's why a lot of them have straight hair and everything. And then a lot of a lot of them, you know, they're what am I trying to say? A lot of our men in the Northern Kingdom, they started mixing with the women. So, true enough, if a Spaniard man rapes an Israelite woman, that child is a Spaniard. But if an Israelite man has children with a heathen woman, that child is still an Israelite. Okay? According to Numbers chapter 1 verse 18, let me pull that up. Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. It says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees, their races, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls. So, your pedigree is from your father, not the mother, okay? Because the father is the one that carries the seed. He's the one that carries the bloodline. So, not one drop of blood from the mama goes into the baby. It's always from the father. That's why when a man gets on child support and asks for a blood test, the blood test is going to either say he's the father or he's not. There's no in between. Okay? That goes the same way for your nationality. If a Spaniard man rapes an Israelite woman, that baby's a Spaniard. If an Israelite man sleeps with a heathen woman, that baby's an Israelite. Simple, all right? So, during all of this that's happened, our Northern Kingdom nation has what's called confusion of face, where their Israelite spirits in bodies that look like the other nations, all right? And some are light, some are dark, some got nappy hair and dark skin, some are lighter with straight hair, but their dad was an Israelite, okay? But he mixed with a heathenistic woman, maybe an Edomite, all right? Or something like that. You know, there's all kind of combinations. But then you got Esau that raped a lot of our women. And the baby came out, and it's Esau, all right? Let me give some scripture to back that up. This is Jeremiah 12:9. He said, mine heritage, which is us, and the Northern Kingdom, is unto me as a speckled bird. Now, what is a speckled bird? Many different colors. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. See, we're a speckled bird. We look like the other nations, but while we're diverse and we still Israelites, the other nations surround us and they want to conquer us. And to say that the Northern Kingdom is not oppressed, where are they at now? This is how we know it's the so-called Latinos. They right next door to us in the barrio getting oppressed by the same cop, all right? They getting their doors kicked in by ICE agents, all right? Yeah, they got some wasatarians. They got, you know, Vallarta Market, stuff like that, man. But come on, man, all right? Do you know why we got it worse than them? Because they didn't reject R.O.I when he came like we did. The Southern Kingdom, that's why the Bible said that R.O.I came to his own and his own received him not. He was talking about Judites, not the Northern Kingdom. The Judites are the ones. That's why we got it worse than everybody, just so you know. Okay? So, right here, Daniel chapter 9, verse 7 and 8. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces. Right? As at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and unto all Israel that are near and that are afar off, through all the country whither thou hast driven them because of the trespass that they have trespassed against thee. What's the confusion of face? We look like other nations, but we Israelites. Daniel 9 and 8. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee, because we mix with the other nations, man. But we're still Israelites. Give you an example. All right? Matter of fact, let me hold off on that. Let's go to Matthew chapter 13. I'm going to read this and I'm going to give you some examples. All right? Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. Now the seed is talking about the seed of a man, all right? So you got Israelite men with Israelite women. That's good seed, bringing forth Israelite babies, right? 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way, all right? So the enemy came, impregnated Israelite women, but he wasn't an Israelite. 26. When the blade was sprung up, meaning when the child was born and grew up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So now you couldn't tell the difference, because just because an Edomite goes into a Judite woman, sometimes the baby still come out with pigmentation looking black. All right? Verse 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in the field, from whence then came the tares? And he said unto them, an enemy has done this. The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? So he's saying, do you want us to go out and start picking out people that are Israelites and those that are not? And that's what you're doing when you're saying that if somebody's white or dark skinned, they're not from the nation of Israel. You're judging them. And the Most High is going to deal with you on that. All right? Verse 29. Yahushua said, no, leave them alone. Lest while ye gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. It's going to be some Israelites that look like other nations. And if you offend them, all right, and tell them that they're not part of the nation, you're going to be held accountable for that, man. You don't know who's what. You don't know who. You don't know anybody's genealogy. It's a spiritual thing, all right? Verse 30, after 13 and 30. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. All right? So, Yahushua is going to know who's who. All right? But you don't. Not just by looking at them. He answered and said on verse 37, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. Verse 38, the field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. Who's the wicked one? So-called white man. All right? So-called white man. And he is the wicked one, but women of our nation got children by Moabites, Ammonites, all right? All these different nations, all right? But they can still come out looking like an Israelite, and they're not. Give you an example. Frederick Douglass. Let's see if I can punch him up, man. Frederick Douglass. So you get a good look at it. All right. Look at this nigga. All right. This is what you call a chocolate-covered Edomite. He's a white man, according to the Most High. Nappy hair and all. He is a dark-skinned, nappy-haired white man. Because his daddy was a white slave master that slept with his mama. How do you think Frederick Douglass got into office? Esau knows these laws, man. Esau knows that the father carries the bloodline. That's why they let him in there. And then they fool us. Hey, yeah, see, we were good to you guys. You know, we let Frederick Douglass in there. Frederick Douglass is a white man. Just like if you ever watch Roots, Chicken George, the one that was fighting the roosters. His daddy was a white man. He was an Edomite. All right? Let me tell you something. This Frederick Douglass' daddy right here. Let's see that shit? Let's try another one. How about homegirl married to Prince Harry? Meghan Markle. Find her. All right. She married to Prince Harry, right? That's her. Remember her? She's married to Prince Harry. The Duchess of Sussex. Okay? She's Edomite. Chocolate-covered Edomite. Her daddy's name is Thomas Markle. Let me pull him up. It's her daddy right here. Let me find her. That's her daddy, man. Straight Edomite. All right? But she's black, right? How do you think she's in the royal palace, man? Well, they left the royal palace. Her and Prince Harry left the royal palace now. But how do you think the Queen of England even deals with her? Because she knows her bloodline is Esau, man. Her daddy's an Edomite. Do you really think that Prince Harry would have married her if her daddy was Leroy Jenkins from 83rd and Hoover? Hell no. Okay? Get one more. What's that TV show? Sister? Yeah. Tia and Tamara. The Maoris. Alright? These broads right here. Always talking, well, as a black woman this and as a black woman that. Sorry, sweetie. Y'all not black. They daddy name is Timothy Maori. Alright? Let me find their they daddy. Here we go. Here we go. See there? That's they daddy, man. Straight Edomite. Y'all dig it? Now, y'all probably thought they was Israelites, man. I'll give you another one. Y'all know Lenny Kravitz. I want to get away. I want to get away. Y'all remember that shit? Well, this is Lenny Kravitz as a baby. Alright. This is Lenny Kravitz as a baby. And wait a minute. Come on, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? This is Lenny Kravitz right here. Alright. He's on my left. Right there. That's Lenny Kravitz. Alright. Next to, I think that's Al Roker. Okay. There you go. That's Lenny Kravitz, right? Nappy hair and all, right? Right? Now, let me show you his daddy. Now, Josiah Kravitz. Straight Edomite. Lenny Kravitz daddy. Right? And his mama was off the Jeffersons. Alright? And even on the Jeffersons, she was married to a white man, Tom. Where's she at? There she go. Remember her? That's his mama. See how chocolate she is? Beautiful, right? Beautiful Judite woman, but she had a baby with an Edomite. So Lenny Kravitz is a tear. Tia and Tamara are tears. All right. Uno mas. One more. There's a good one. It's a good one. It's gonna probably really jack y'all up, man. Have y'all ever heard of this guy right here? Where's he at? Bob Marley. Chocolate covered Edomite. Daddy was a white man. What's his name? Varn Molly. Let me find him. Here we go. That's Bob Marley daddy. Straight devil. Let me get another shot. That's Bob Marley daddy, man. I shot the sheriff. See there? Now, I believe that's enough on that. Let's go back to the scriptures to confirm. Now, these are the chocolate-covered Edomites. What about the ones that look white, but they really black? Let me find one. I know y'all know who this is. Y'all know who this is, man. Who is that? It's Blake Griffin, man. Dude. Fuck, dude. Alright. But Blake Griffin ain't no Edomite. He looked like one. Alright. But his daddy black. Alright. Let me find his daddy. His mama's white and his daddy black. See there? So guess what? Blake is Judah. That's why he came out extra creamy, because of his mama. One more, y'all. One more. Alright. Now, I know y'all know who this is. I got nothing but time. Vin Diesel. Now, I don't know if they got a picture of Vin Diesel father. Let's see. I don't know if they got a picture of Vin Diesel daddy. Oh, they do. There we go. Look at it. Right there, next to Letty. See there? Vin Diesel daddy, straight Judah. But Vin Diesel is extra creamy. Right? But here's the thing. If they let Vin Diesel grow his hair out, alright? If they let Vin Diesel grow his hair out, then guess what? You see that he was Negro. That's his mama. See how creamy his mama is? Alright, so that's enough of that, man. So y'all got the idea. I just gave y'all a hell of a tour. Alright? Now let's go on back to the scripture. Alright? My heritage, Jeremiah 12:9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, like I just showed you. As at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to all Israel that are near and that are far off through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because they trespassed that they have trespassed against thee. Daniel 9:8. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. Now, this is Judah looking like that. Can you imagine the northern kingdom? All right? They mixed themselves with the other nations, man. All right? So, back to the post. Back to the post. Mexicans and Puerto Ricans are not Hebrew Israelites. You can't get a Mexican from Jacob and Leah. They are black. Ephraim is black. All the 12 tribes are black. Well, I just showed you some black folks that's not Israel. So then what? What you got to say? They got these light-skinned, straight-haired Hispanic people we see today thinking they are of us, when not one of them or their ancestors go through any of these curses or gone through oppression and slavery. It's not true. They was lynching the northern kingdom and killing them just like us, man. Got pictures of that. So, confusion of face is a real thing. But don't tell our brothers and sisters that they're not part of the nation, because They not dark-skinned with nappy-ass hair. I just showed you some dark-skinned, nappy-haired Edomites, man, that look black. They're tares, all right? They're sewn in with us, and you don't know. And there's only one way to tell if somebody is from Israel. Let's go to Romans chapter 8, verse 16. And it says, the Spirit, okay, let's start at verse 14, Romans 8 and 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are sons of God. So that means you could have somebody that looks like an Edomite, but if that Edomite can, number one, profess Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he's a so-called black man, all right? He look like an Edomite, that ain't no Edomite. Ain't no Edomite going to do that, man. An Edomite is not going to give no respect to no black man for being God. That's just not going to happen. Verse 15, for ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. They got Israelites that look like white boys, man, crying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because they got a Jake spirit in a confusion of face body. That's the shame, okay? Northern Kingdom too, all right? Verse 16, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit, meaning the spirit of the book. If they can listen to this Bible and agree with it and be like, man, that sounds right, that makes sense. Yeah, 12 tribes. Yeah, I mean, I look white, but I know my dad died when I was 3 years old, but he was a so-called, you know, Mexican or Puerto Rican, and I understand these scriptures, all right? Or he's a so-called African American. I understand these scriptures. I believe what it say. Even though I look like a Edomite, I know that the Most High Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, he's a so-called black man because the scriptures say so. If they spirit can agree with the scriptures, then the Bible don't lie. That's a Jake. I mean, that's an Israelite, man. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. Verse 17, and if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. All right? So, all you black only Israelites out there, you got to give it up, man. And like I say, I don't mind you coming on a station. Rod of iron, that's what it's for. But come with some scripture, man. Stop coming with your opinions. Come with some scripture to back up what you are saying. And some facts. I just gave you hardcore facts. So you're going to have to stop hating on our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, man. All right? Just because they got straight hair. They got some niggas with straight hair too. All right? A lot of y'all women out there got straight hair because you done pressed and curled it. And y'all light skin. All right? So you can't say that. So you got to get up off of my Akim and my Aqua, man. My Poriquas. All right? All right? You got to get off of them. So, I believe the point has been made. And, you know, I'm just going to chop things off, man. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Akar Kadash. Till next time, Matthias out.